Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our full moon reading. We have a full moon tomorrow. I don't know when you guys are seeing this. It might be actually on the day. It is the 6th of January. So let's call in our guides and our angels to open sacred space to see what messages we need to hear for this full moon. All right, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages to come through. Dad and Micah, please also bring me the messages that I need to hear in this reading. Anybody's past loved ones who have crossed over, let me call them in to bring you the messages that you need to hear. Bless my cards, bless my table, bless my home, put your protective white bubble around my home. Only the highest and whitest, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I'm going to get my phone up here just in case I get any messages. Lately, I've been getting messages in my readings on my phone, which is super fun. This full moon is a doozy. I don't know about you guys, but it has been a complete awakening energy for myself. And I can't even say for clients because I canceled all appointments. And I don't know how my clients are doing, but I am in a dark, I feel like I'm in a dark hole and there's nothing. It's like a void. And that is the theme of this full moon. And it is completely normal. And for me, it's just been going on for a long period of time. It's like a longer stretch than I'm used to. And I'm hoping that Mercury retrograde, the full moon, I think Mercury is in retrograde until January 18th. So I think a combination of the new year, the holidays, the full moon this week, Mercury going retrograde last week, and there's a lot coming in 2023 in regarding to global issues and a recession and all that stuff. So if you're feeling grief, if you're feeling helpless, if you feel like you don't know where your life is going, if money is really, really tight, you are learning the lesson right now to be prepared for what we're going to experience. And it's like a priming. We're being primed to know that we are okay no matter what. Our guides and angels, if we start to ask for help and we use them and we sit in this, I don't know where it's going to come from, and then it shows up, you're going to be fine. And you have to start practicing talking to your angels and guides, because a lot of times we get dropped to our knees in terrible situations when they want us to use them. And it's kind of like we're walking through life not using them. And some people claim to be on a spiritual path and they claim to know all about the universe, but their level of awakening is pretty low vibrationally. And we know this because when they're squeezed in tough situations, what's the first thing they're doing? Are they quickly grabbing their phone and looking for messages and looking for cards and looking for everything outside of themselves? Or are they pausing and they have such a deep connection with their angels and their guides, and they're asking their guides and the angels to protect them and to pray for them. And they know that if their reality is a little wonky right now, they're the cause of it. And are they looking to dive into the lessons on why they're going through it and saying, angels and guides, show me what I need to learn here. Make it crystal clear. I am willing to do whatever shadow work I need to do. Please just show me. There's a difference between that energy, which is deep connection to spirit, to God, to universe, to self, and to somebody outside of themselves, grabbing their phone, looking for a sign, looking for cards, looking for a YouTube video. Which level are you at? And there's no good or bad. It's just what level are you at? When you reach the level of awakening and you're more up in your heart chakra and your throat chakra, because the level of awakening moves up the chakras. The lowest vibrational is down by the root. It's like scarcity, lack. I'm a victim. Everything bad always happens to me. That's like the first level. The second level is kind of like, okay, I think I'm understanding this, but I still slide back into the victim mode every once in a while. That's your solar plexus or your sacral. Then your solar plexus energy is my thoughts create my reality. I know this, but when I get squeezed, I still go back into I'm a victim. And then once you get up into the awakening, which is the heart chakra, you completely understand the process. You love life. You know that if there's hiccups, that you're the creator, you take responsibility and you trust in that moment. You rely on your guides and your angels. You know that you are surrendering and you are not grabbing the wheel. You're not playing the victim. You're not blaming anybody else. You are just a witnesser of what's going on, and you're not the doer anymore. You're the beer. Okay. So you're just being. That's a higher level of enlightenment. And when we get stronger spiritually, we keep moving up, the ego gets louder because the ego wants us back in that victim mode. And we have to avoid that. So if you catch yourself in victim thoughts, we have more work to do. It just means you're not quite there yet. And when I say there yet, it's essentially just peace in your body. When can you finally have peace knowing that I'm not a victim to anything? I'm not blaming anybody else for my circumstances. I am the creator. My thoughts are creating everything. I'm working with spirit. Am I really asking them for help? And in this reading, apparently, I'm already channeling the fact that we are being guided to move up in those stages of awakening. We're needing to be more, I don't want to say enlightened because that's kind of like spiritual ego-ish. There's no levels. It's just like, it is levels, but it's not. It doesn't mean one's good or bad. It's just where we are. It's like what street you're on. Like there's no bad street in the world, you know, it's just a different street, a different path. And if we're moving towards a goal of being super connected to ourselves and feeling good and feeling whole and feeling peaceful, then that's the mission. And we're getting closer to that mission is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to help you get closer to you, to living a peaceful life, to being so enlightened that you know that you have compassion and love for everything and everyone, and you're staying super peaceful through the chaos. Okay, I keep looking at my black deck because I'm wearing black. My guides are making that known. They're already going to match things up. So we're going to use Chris Ann's Light Seers Tarot. And let's see what message we get. And everything I was just describing, like the levels, I learned that through Aaron Abke. So if you look up him on Instagram, on YouTube, he has a whole video. I think it's called the SQ chart. So if you just Google that, you'll be able to see all the different levels of enlightenment and to see where you're at. Two of Wands. We got this last reading, I think. Or no, we got this in a reading that I did on Instagram. It was a video of just my hands pulling cards. This was the first card. It wasn't the same deck, but so you have a choice. There's two different lives you're choosing between. This wand represents the old life in this apartment, and she's looking outside the window kind of like, what about the life out there? What if it's better than in here? Should I go? Shouldn't I go? I don't know what to do. So this full moon is bringing a time of contemplation. You're thinking about your life and where you could be happier. So it's a sign that somebody's environment is not healthy right now, and you might need to reevaluate. And we just got a message. We're not going to look at it just yet. Okay, Queen of Cups. She is surrendering. So this is a full-on surrender. I'm surrendering to my path. I know that I might be going on this new journey. I might be having to leave my apartment. I might be having to leave my home, my city, my town, the people I love, but I know that this is what's good for my spirit. This is what's good for flow. This is what's good for creativity, for me to be the happiest version, to be the queen of my internal. I just heard her internal reality. In order for her to be the queen and feel settled and feel balanced, she might need to move. And I just heard you might need to move away from certain people who are keeping you stuck in the victim SQ chart, on the SQ chart in the root chakra. If you're stuck in victimhood, or you're constantly consoling other people that are stuck in victimhood, you become who you hang out with. So the more you hang out with these people, the more your vibration begins to match theirs, instead of them having to level up to you. So be mindful of who you're surrounding yourself with, because they might be energetically affecting your vibration, and you're just trying to be a good person and trying to nurture them, and it's actually hurting you. Somebody's going to ask you out on a date. Knight of Cups, he comes with an offer. If you look down here, He's got a cute little envelope with a heart on it, a bowl, which represents emotions, could be snacks, wine. He's got roses. Roses always represent an invitation. The horse is waiting in the background. And he's just this like, he's like a trendy. So maybe this guy or girl that's coming into your life, they're very fashionable. They might really love to dress their body up, their avatar up, and just, they're really looking to be, they're coming back more polished. So maybe you were together with them in the past, or maybe you guys were friends, but now they're seeing you in a different light. So they're wanting to be super polished for you. They're wanting to like, maybe I had a vision of somebody working out for you. And not for you, but for the intention to wanting to be like, all right, I'm going to move towards her. I want to be in the best shape of my life. Or if I want to move towards him, I want to have a fit, strong body. I want to take care of myself. And somebody's going to be bringing you roses. And this is a dream of mine, is to have a man who I just absolutely love and just look at their eyes and it's just locked in and they bring me roses. Oh my gosh. I get so excited just thinking about it. All right, dream man, bring me roses. Dream person for all of you, bring your person roses. Okay, so right now this person is in a hanged man energy. So which means they might be held up by a previous relationship, a marriage, kids, a job, a location. There's something that they are, oh, I just heard they're going through an awakening. That's what this light represents. They're having this awakening and they're held up, they're tied up. They can't go anywhere because the universe wants them to awaken first. This full moon is showing that your person is awakening, but they will be coming with roses and they'll be coming towards you because you finally balanced your energy. And when you balance your energy, if you're energetically connected to them, that's awakening their soul. Okay, let's do my Micah magic deck. Actually, no, we're going to do the Hidden Truth Oracle. Because this is all of a sudden a love reading, we're going to get messages. What does this person want to tell you? I just heard that you're so beautiful. Your eyes are amazing. I once had a guy tell me that my eyes are like a whole nother universe. Isn't that like a really sweet compliment? And guess what the first thing I said to him was, my little wounded Michelle came out. And I was like, yeah, how many girls have you said that to? But it was probably afterwards, I was just like, wow, like that's the first time anybody's really like loved my eyes. It was beautiful the way he said it too. He's like, your eyes are just a whole nother universe. And we were like dancing on the dance floor. Felt good. Okay, I hide behind material things. So somebody feels better when they have things. It's almost like they feel worthless without money, without a car, without a nice home. It's like, who am I if I don't have those things? Yeah, I just heard that they're coming and they're bearing their soul. They're finally realizing that all of those things like don't really matter. They don't need all of those fancy things. And honestly, you're the type of person that could love them, in a cardboard box because you just like what I said about the eyes. Somebody out there is looking at your eyes and looking at your soul and saying, it's a whole nother universe with you. The whole world disappears and I feel like I'm on another planet with you. We could be in a cardboard box and we just like stare at each other and smile. That's the kind of energy between this partnership. They love you. And I wish things could be different. So they know this. They hide behind material things. They're hiding behind the fact that they're not ready to come towards you yet unless they have their finances in order. But that's silly because you probably don't have your finances in order and you actually kind of grow together in that way. So they're telling you that they love you. So hold the line. They have to go through their spiritual awakening. And sometimes we energetically feel that. When one partner is going through something, the other one is feeling it energetically at home. And that's why I always like to like check in with people and be like, hey, are you feeling this way? Or how did you feel this last week? Because I'm always trying to like decipher like who is kind of like mimicking who, and if it's a collective energy. So check in with your peeps, check in with your family, your friends, see if anybody else is going through these awakenings. I tend to find that a lot of my clients' husbands are like sick at the same time, and they're going through their ascension symptoms at the same time. So if you're a masculine watching this, and if you're a man and you've been sick a lot lately, that's a sign that you're going through an initiation. Your angels and guides are forcing you to get sick so that you lay down so that they can do work on your body to raise your consciousness. So you might not be somebody who's doing, I mean, if you're on my channel, you're doing the work, but you might not be somebody who's going to healing sessions or getting work done on your body. So if you're not doing that, your angels kind of do it for you, and they cause you to get sick. It causes you to be exhausted all the time. Sometimes your creative flow is not flowing, and you're like, then you start to beat yourself up. The inner masculine's like, we got to provide, we have to protect. It's okay to rest. I'm telling you to rest. Take a break. Stop trying to create. Everything will unfold slowly. You're allowed to have a couple weeks off where nothing's flowing, okay? I'm going through that too right now. And to comfort those masculines who are going through that, let's get a prayer card. I just saw this. The masculines are really wishing they were somewhere else. Truth. When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Take me over and speak through me. So somebody is going to be speaking their truth and telling you all of these things. They're going to be telling you that they wish things could be different, or that they love you, or that they're trying to, they've been trying to unlearn the pattern of, I need things in order to be loved, or I need to be a certain way to be loved. They're realizing that their truth is their truth. It's who their soul is. And if you're looking at yourself and you don't really know who you are, I just posted something on Instagram today about how when we look in the mirror and we feel lost and we're like, who am I? We have to observe who's judging that. Who is the thinker that is thinking that thought? That's not your soul. That's your ego. So as you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you're saying, somebody inside of me is wondering who I am. Isn't that crazy? It's the mind trying to keep you on a loop. So in that moment, you say, I am the present moment. I am here. I'm in this body. I don't need to be anything else. I don't need to accomplish anything. I don't need to look a certain way. I'm breathing and I'm here. And in each moment, I get moved or I get inspired to do something, to call a friend, to watch a video, to pull cards, to apply for a job. You're going to feel that inspiration and be moved when the time is right. But the mind is going to trick you in that moment when there's nothing happening and you're in this energy, and it's going to say, who are we? Wait, if we're not doing this and we're not doing that, then we're nobody. And that's silly. That's just, you have to become the observer of who's saying those things to you. So it's kind of like Inception. You're like in your mind, but you're like watching the person in your mind. That's awakening. That's what my whole channel is all about, is overcoming the mind and letting the soul move, listening to your intuition, listening to your guides and your angels, which just reminds me, I have to create a video after this on how to read cards. I'm so glad I just remembered that. Hopefully I will remember after this is over. Okay, let's do another card. Let's do my ever unfolding heart. My first deck that I created in memory of my daughter. All right, full moon energy, full moon energy. What do we need to hear? Well, that was blatant. Dolphin, you are a healer. You're here to help the planet. It is crucial for you to be in your joy as often as you can. Your light heals. So when we're going through that hanged man energy, we don't feel so good. We feel held up. We feel depressed. We feel worried. We feel scared, especially if it's financial stability. It's really a hanged man energy. You don't have a choice. You're literally like applying at jobs and doing all these things. Even if you're not, you're waiting for the universe to kind of bring you what's next, and nothing is happening over and over and over again. And that's what being a healer is you're realizing your mind is there chirping, saying, we need to figure this out. We need to go get this job. We need to make more money. But you're literally this. So what do? The universe has you. It's literally strung you up right here. And it's like, hey, you need to rest. So we're going to take everything away from you so you actually rest. And then when you finally surrender and you're like, okay, I'm going to surrender into this and know that I'm fine. Everything will be okay. The money will come. It always does. The ego will jump in during that restful time and try to ruin it. It will tell you that you are stupid and that you should be doing more and that you're not learning your lessons and that you're nothing ever good is going to come. It's going to keep you manifesting and always searching outside of yourself. But in that moment, you have to realize that you're a dolphin. And what do dolphins do? They play. They have fun in the water. They jump around, they dance, they sing, they laugh, they play. Like they're just playful beings. And that's what you're being called to do in the hangman energy. Get out and play. Go do things you haven't done. Go travel. Take a day and go for a hike or something. Get out of your head, okay? I don't know what deck to use. Let's use an animal deck. And don't forget, if you have not ordered one already, I do a full animal spread, an animal for every single month of the year 2023. Speaking of nightingale, this is the one we just got. This is my overall animal for the entire year, which is all about like sing your song, write that book, compose, create something, let your voice be heard. This could also mean you're getting messages through music. Maybe your special person is telling you that they love you through music. Maybe you're somebody who likes to convey messages to your special person through music. So that could be it too. But the nightingale is pretty, it's a really beautiful card. And the blue, it also represents the moon, right? Obviously there's a moon here, but the blue represents your throat chakra. This is your ability to speak your truth, to say things that you've always wanted to say. And you're actually like seeing your truth more. Everything else seems really fake and false around you. And you're like, wait, what's reality? What is truth? And that's what an awakening is there is no truth. You know what I mean? There is everything around us is a movie. The only thing that's true is our soul and the fact that we're all connected and that this is just one big game and we're learning how to maneuver through it. But this sweet little bird, the nightingale, is protecting you. I just heard it's protecting you. It's singing certain tunes. I just had this vision of somebody singing, like using an instrument, and it's like sending out like a bat signal. And it's like, hey, go this way. Don't go that way. Go this way. Follow the music I'm hearing. So follow the music, whether that's the music of your heart. What are you feeling called to do? The music on the radio. If something is like resonating with you, be like, yeah, this feels right. I'm going to follow this sign. But the nightingale will sing to you to guide you on your journey. Okay, let's do another animal card since we're flowing with animals. That one was meant to come out, Spirit. Make it come back out again. Thank you. The eagle. The eagle has been representing the divine masculines lately. So I've been seeing lots of eagles out in nature and also on social media. It's ancestral healing. Your ancestors are holding space for you to heal your past. So masculines, feminines, if you find yourself crying in your car, you're crying in the shower, you're like, what am I purging right now? There's nothing I'm sad about. My mind is telling me I'm sad that I'm single, or I'm sad that my marriage is bad, or I'm sad that I'm not making enough money. But deep down, the cells in your body might be crying out a time where your ancestors suffered. And your body holds those codes and that DNA and all the pain from the past. And we, unfortunately, during this time in history, we're the ones carrying those codes. And guess what we have to do? We have to purge it for our ancestors. We have to purge it for the collective as we move forward, because we cannot carry those memories and that pain with us. We need our body to ascend. We need to feel light. We need to feel free. And we do not have a choice. So if you find yourself crying a lot for a couple weeks, you're not depressed. You're not, it's not going to be forever. You're going through a healing. And this is something, when my mentor told me this, it made me feel so much less crazy, because I really thought that there's something wrong with my brain. I thought I was clinically like depressed. but this is just part of life. Our soul wants our physical body to be free. So if we have pain, if we have fear, if we have trauma, we're going to have to release it. We're going to have to sit with that suffering in our body and feel it in order to let it go. So embrace that. And when you see an eagle, it's just a gentle reminder that you might be going through a healing soon. So remember this message. You're not crazy. It's okay to be sad. You're not depressed. And I go through it too. And mine has lasted weeks right now. I'm going on almost a month of just feeling so incredibly sad. I cry every day. It's hard for me to get dressed and to look nice and to like put on this, like, I feel like I'm fake, like I feel like I'm not, but it's like, I feel like I should be telling you guys that I'm sad, and I was sad a couple hours before filming this, but at the same time, we're not meant to be in suffering 24 hours. So if I'm feeling good right now, I'm going to allow myself to feel good. It's not fake, but my mind and my ego is kind of like, Michelle, you're not being authentic, but I'm sharing my experience. But that's the inner dialogue that I have to battle. Is somebody who's a teacher and a guide, and I'm going through it. How do I navigate that, but also show up and not be that depressing person, but it's also healthy for me to share that it does happen to me. And I've been in it for over a month now, and I'm hoping that it lifts soon. And if it doesn't, then I know I'm doing a heck of a lot of work for my family line, and I'm doing a heck of a lot of work for myself. And for me, it's definitely been grief about feeling lonely, feeling like literally so alone. Like I've been on my grief journey for 10 years. And then I added my dad to the list last year, and just always trying to figure out my life and finances and living alone and always having to live with family. Like I just am at my wit's end, and I just want a partner, a home that I plan to be in for long periods of time. I just want to be settled. And so when I have my low moments, that's where my mind goes to. It goes to, I'm so sick of doing it alone. But a piece of me is like, I love being alone. I love knowing that I can do it alone. I love knowing who I've become through this alone time. And I'm never lonely. I like my own company. But where does your mind go? What does your mind go to? What is the thought? Are you having the same thoughts as me? Because you could be in a marriage thinking the same thing. You could be just coming out of a long relationship feeling lonely. You might feel helpless at your job because you just don't know what you love to do and you can't stand to go there one more minute. These are all signs that we are going through it. And you can be gentle with yourself, and you can be kind, and you can say, I surrender to this. Let me heal. Spirit, take this burden from me. That's what I always say. I throw my hands up in the air like this woman, and I say, angels, Archangel Michael, please just take this burden, take the yearning out of me that is looking to fill a void that I'm whole. There's no void. Why does my ego keep telling me that I'm lonely? And I really try to pay attention to that voice that's keeping me stuck on that loop. I'm not alone. I have so much abundance and love around me. But the mind creates a story, and we have to surrender that burden and say, help me transcend this. Help me transcend the ego. Help me be this enlightened person that feels peace no matter where I am, no matter what's happening. I just want to feel peace. So if you're in that same boat, and I just saw these two are a great match. They're finally like, I don't know. I just got this feeling like they kept bumping into each other in the past, and it was like, not time yet, not time yet, not time yet. And now it's time. And it's because they both have balanced their emotions. And he's coming in like, even though a knight is young and kind of immature, and they're not really emotionally as mature as the queen, she's going to be able to be the guide for him to build his emotional stability, because he's never met anybody was able to help him traverse his mind and help him traverse his feelings and emotions. And she might be a guide for that. That's a specific message for somebody out there. Okay, final card. Actually, let's do charms. Final charms. Full moon. Let's make it a happy message, Archangel Michael, please. My man Meta, my man Mike. Oh man, we got the butterfly. Transformation. This is actually my spirit animal for January. Not gonna lie, I'm scared as fuck. Because butterfly means major transformation. And we have a wheel. And this also means transformation in work, in either relationships or work. It's those two. And then we have the wheel. So this is finding a new direction in your life. We're turning the wheel. It's kind of like it could also be the wheel card in the tarot. It could also be steering a ship, you trying to figure out, hands off the steering wheel or whatever this is called, and hands off and let spirit move you. You're not in control. Let the universe steer your ship. So this transformation is out of your control, I'm hearing. So full moon this week, you might be feeling transformed. You might be feeling like you're in a hanged man energy. Your partner might be feeling this way too, and they might be feeling it worse than you. And you might be feeling the remnants of what they're going through at a distance if you're in separation. If you're married, lots of times married couples go through awakenings at different phases. So your partner might be sick on the couch and you might be like, oh, they're going through an awakening. I'm just going to let them be, give them alone time. And then the next week you might be going through it. So it's like we balance the scales, but it's a big transformational energy this week. And I just saw the guitar. So I think this is a sign for somebody to really lean on your creative outlets, whether it's playing music, listening to music, writing music. Be that little kid, again, with the nightingale. I don't know what it is about music. Maybe your person creates music. I don't know. Or maybe they should dive back into that for a little bit, or maybe they're obsessed with it. Maybe they're writing you a poem or a song. That would be really beautiful. All right, lovies. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Happy full moon. Sending you so much love. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you on the weekend for the weekly energy reading. All right, peace out.